Welcome to Expert Profiles Atlanta, where Atlanta's influencers and innovators share strategies for overcoming obstacles and achieving success in business and life. Here's your host, best-selling author and Atlanta influencer, Neil Howe.
Hello and welcome to the show. This is your host, Neil Howe, and today my special guest is Amy Tully. Amy helps everyone know that Onelife Fitness is convenient, affordable, and ready to help you achieve your best life through the ultimate fitness experience. Amy is the marketing and social media director for Onelife Fitness in the greater Atlanta area. She began her career as a personal trainer for US Fitness in 2007 and has been working with the leadership team of US Fitness since. Originally from Fredericksburg in Virginia, she holds a degree in kinesiology and psychology from James Madison University, as well as a national certificate with the American Council on Exercise. She has a lifelong passion for helping others. She built her career with US Fitness from a personal trainer to marketing director in hopes that others would be inspired to improve their health and fitness. Welcome to the show, Amy Tully.
Thanks so much for having me, Neil. It's a pleasure.
Well, tell us a little bit more about yourself and how you became involved with Onelife Fitness.
Sure. Well, like you just said, I'm from Fredericksburg, Virginia. It's kind of a windy path that has led me to the position I'm in, but I think that every stop along the way of that winding, curving path has helped kind of build me into the person that I am today and how I can hopefully be a great team member for US Fitness. I went to school and I got a degree in kinesiology, which for those of you that don't know is the study of how the body works. So anatomy, physiology, organic chemistry, things that happen inside your body, how you move and function every day and all the systems and chemical reactions that make those things happen. But I've always danced. My dad enrolled me in ballet lessons when I was very young, and I danced throughout high school and college. So also a very physically taxing hobby, life obsession, whatever you want to call it. So when I graduated from JMU, I decided I wanted to take a few months and try to become a professional dancer. So I auditioned and got some gigs and was blessed enough to work for about 7 years as a professional dancer, but there's a lot of downtime. And I am what I call a lifelong learner. My parents were both educators. They instilled that in me that you can never stop learning. So I wanted to kind of test myself to the next level. So during one of my final gigs on board a cruise ship, I got certified through the American Council on Exercise, or ACE for short. And then when I settled down in my later 20s, I started working for Kirk and John Galliani, which are part of the owners of US Fitness, back in Chesapeake, Virginia, as a part-time trainer, and kind of hit every position you can in the industry, from a trainer to front desk manager to kids club attendant to smoothie maker to billing manager. And then social media happened. And I'm probably aging myself, but Facebook kind of stepped out of its realm of just being a way for college students to communicate into a rapidly blossoming advertising and marketing platform. And our company, US Fitness, at the time saw a need for a dedicated social media director. So I jumped into that seat full force and have now found myself promoted to marketing director down in our Atlanta area as we continue to grow. So like I said, Neil, a curvy path, but it's landed me where I am today.
Yeah, well, congratulations on doing all of that in such a short amount of time. With doing all that, you really know every aspect of the business, though, because you've worked in every area from, watching the kids and making smoothies all the way up to now marketing director. So you have a great idea of who your customer is. So tell us about that. Who is Onelife Fitness designed to help?
Onelife is designed to help anyone and everyone that has a passion to improve their overall quality of life through health and fitness. And I think that there's a ton of people that fall into that category. So we really want to make sure that we're helping as many people as we can. So we don't really say that there's no real target demographic. We're not targeting, millennials or people that are obsessed with hiking or, baby boomers. We really truly offer something for anyone and everyone.
Excellent. So it's not necessarily just like a family gym. It's for, singles, professionals, clubs? What kind of things can they do other than work out?
We have so many amenities. So I think probably the thing that sets us apart, or one of the many things that sets us apart, is our group fitness classes. We offer those unlimited with your membership to Onelife Fitness. So that can include things like dance fitness, like Zumba, mixed fit, bang power dance, strength training, cycling, hot yoga, Pilates, stretching and toning classes. We offer a silver sneakers program that is covered through health insurance for our older members. And just really portraying and being able to offer something for everyone in that aspect. But we also have pools, we have kids clubs, we have indoor and outdoor functional training, we have small group training. We really have everything you could possibly want.
Yes, there's so many things nowadays to do as far as keeping fit and keeping healthy. So many different classes that people like that variety. Is that what draws people to Onelife Fitness?
I like to think so. I personally have, we jokingly say exercise ADD, where, you do something for a little bit and maybe you get bored, or your body gets bored and you plateau. So having the ability to switch up your exercise and fitness routine all under the same roof, I think is very beneficial. It helps people stick to their goals.
So what kind of problems do your customers have? Why do they come to Onelife? What goals do they have? And ultimately, what are they trying to achieve?
That's a great question, because I think it varies so much. But I think the overlaying tone is that as a society, our day-to-day has become much more sedentary than it used to be. I went through it myself personally, going from a trainer to being a marketing director. A lot of my day now, I'm at a computer, so I'm sitting, 8 or 9 hours a day. And so that's a huge issue for people, as our overall lifestyles become sedentary and our days are longer. So finding the time to commit to those goals, whatever they may be, is very difficult. And we see people with all sorts of goals, whether it's, getting in shape so you can keep up with your grandkids, or injury recovery, or, losing weight in time for your high school reunion. Or we have a lot of young athletes as well. Some of our clubs have athletic training programs, so making sure that we are keeping our athletes strong and safe at a younger age and teaching them good habits about diet and exercise. So those are all things that we like to help with and educate folks on. And that is a big part of it too, Neil, is the education. And that's with Onelife, we really do strive to provide good information, solid, scientifically proven information about training, about nutrition, so we can give people that great start to better health and fitness.
Well, it is definitely good to have that education and people there who are specifically trained in different things like nutrition, and like yourself with kinesiology and movements. And having that personal trainer is really important as well. How do the personal trainers especially work with clients? Is that an extra service that they have to pay for?
We don't include it if you want to continue working with a trainer, but something that we have found to be very successful in helping our members be successful is what we call a smart start session. And that's exactly what it sounds like. It's the smart way to start this next step in your journey. So whether you are a complete novice, you've never stepped into a club before, or you're, a self-identified gym rat, we provide a complimentary session or two, depending on your needs, with our certified fitness professionals. And that is where we talk about your goals, and we talk about, your medical history. We talk about your health and fitness baselines. We establish those with a specialized system, the Tanita body composition analysis, which is amazing. And then we set goals for you based off that. And then if you need it, if you are one of those novice folks and you want a little more guidance, we will talk to you based off those goals. We're going to show you some equipment that you can use, talk to you about a routine that will work for you in your lifestyle. So it's very important that we provide that information and guidance complimentary. So our members are successful. A lot of clubs nowadays, unfortunately, will just take a credit card and say best of luck. And we do not want to do that at all. We want to be the opposite of that.
Definitely. Now, we talked about the actual health benefits of going to like a health club and working out to get healthy. But, part of your other degree that you have is the psychology aspect of it. What do people get out of going to the gym? What does it do for the mind as well as the body?
Oh, well, there's so much that mental health and physical health just go hand in hand. Obviously we've all heard, exercise raises endorphins. Endorphins make you feel better. So there is that actual physiological reaction that happens in your body when you are more physically active. It can help offset symptoms of depression, other mental illnesses. It can help build confidence. And there's a lot of, I think that's something we all kind of struggle with, is with our day-to-day, whether it's self-confidence about how we look and feel or confidence about your job. So again, mental and physical health right hand in hand. And we're actually very proud to partner here in the Atlanta area. We work with the LRJ Foundation, which is a mental health and wellness foundation that does charity outreach to local schools. And they talk to school-age children about how to combat all the psychological issues that they have to deal with, whether it's bullying or self-appreciation, low self-confidence. There's been, unfortunately, youth suicide numbers have skyrocketed. So that's something that we support their learning and education programs as well, just because of that super strong tie-in between mental and physical health.
Oh, yeah, it really is. And, if there's one thing that people could do is just, have that exercise every day as part of their routine. I think a lot of the problems with depression and just health issues would really go away. Do you think?
I think it would certainly improve it. I don't know if it would completely go away, but I think it's definitely a step in the right direction. And as much as I would love everyone to come into Onelife Fitness and see everything we have to offer and become a part of our community, even when we say exercise, we don't mean, hit the gym and the weights for an hour and a half. That would be phenomenal if everyone had that kind of time to do so. Just be active. If it's a busier day for you, you can't make it to the club, go for a walk. Or, again, I'm sitting at my desk for 9 hours a day. I like to stand up and take stretch breaks. Just being more cognizant and involved in your physical being can really improve your mental health.
Definitely. So give us an idea of what kind of classes that you have that, will get people that exercise, but are also fun and interactive as well.
Oh, I am, like I said, I'm a dancer. So anything that's dance-based, where I get to move and bounce around and have fun and have energy. Mixed fit is one of my personal favorites. It's a lot of hip hop, but also some core strengthening and boot camp style strengthening movements. So that's a lot of fun. And something that's a challenge for me, I am very type A personality, go, go, go. I like things that are high energy. So I like to challenge myself occasionally with a yoga class, because I really have to mentally focus and clear my head to focus on what my body is doing. So I think the whole gamut of classes that we have, there's truly something for everyone. Whether you're looking for a great workout or something to just kind of put your mind back in the right spot for your day or your week ahead, or if you have a goal and you need that accountability of that group fitness offers, that person that's on the spin bike next to you looking for you every Wednesday morning. I think they're just such an incredible asset to our gyms.
Definitely. I like to hear that. The camaraderie that you can have is definitely something that's going to not only, help you in your mental aspect and have friends and relationships, but get you going back on a regular basis to see these people as well. So that is something that's nice to have when you go to the gym. So tell me what's different about Onelife Fitness from some of the other gyms that are out there?
The experience, Neil. And I'll date myself, but I always compare it to Cheers when Norm walks in the door. We know our members' names. We know their kids' names. We know when they have, baseball playoffs. We know when your son's wedding is coming and how you're doing with that goal. We really celebrate our members and their successes. So that's who makes us what we are, is our members. And so making sure that we're offering not just that excellent level of customer service, but that astounding level of customer service is really what sets Onelife apart from our competitors.
So talk to me, Amy, about some of the myths or misunderstandings about a gym such as Onelife. What preconceived conceptions might some people have about joining a gym?
I think there are a few. I think, first of all, the word gym, we always talk about gym intimidation. I think people have a preconceived notion of what gyms are. So we actively refer to ourselves as clubs because it is that community, it's that sense of belonging. And I think the second thing is that we have larger locations, so people tend to classify us in that big box gym setting. When we do have a ton of amenities and a ton of offerings and equipment, but you don't get lost in. You're not a number to us. You're one of our members. You belong with us, and you're part of our fit family, if you will. And so I want people to know and understand that even though, our clubs are in the 45 to 60,000 square foot range, it still feels like a second home.
So what holds people back from getting a gym membership?
Oh man, I have heard a range. I've probably heard every excuse there is in the book, but the one that's always the most prevalent is time, and then second being money. It's a lot of people see gym memberships as a luxury, whether it's a luxury in their schedule or a luxury to their budget. They don't see it for what it is. It's that preventative health care and that self-care that we also desperately need right now.
Talk to me a little bit more in depth about that preventative health care. Really, what can it do for somebody, especially if they're struggling with different health kind of problems?
Absolutely. A lot of the problems that we run into today health-wise, and I'll try to do this without getting on a soapbox, are related to our lifestyle, what we're eating, our whether we're moving enough during the day, how much we're eating, those kinds of things. It's lifestyle stuff that we just don't think about. And then the automatic quick fix is, if you're not feeling well, you go see your doctor. And unfortunately, almost always the first step from the doctor is to prescribe you something. And some of those things are necessary. We have members that come to us with high blood pressure issues or cholesterol, or, they're coming off a heart attack. And that, of course, we're not saying we can negate what a doctor does for you, but if we can step away from the reactive part of taking care of ourselves, or we call it sick care, you only go take care of yourself when you're not feeling well, and invest a little bit of time every day into preventing those problems and just taking care of yourself. I think that's a huge step in the right direction, not just for our members, but for our country as a whole.
Now, can you give me examples of anybody that springs to mind that might have come to Onelife just not in the best shape, and you see their progression and their transformation? Give me a story of what it was when they came, and ultimately what was that outcome?
Oh my gosh, there's so many stories to choose from, Neil. We actually have an entire landing page on our website dedicated to our members' successes, and they run the gamut from folks coming to us and saying, I got off my cholesterol medication because I've been working out. We have one particular member I'm thinking of right now. She has a powerlifting competition tomorrow, and she is 52 years old. And so 52-year-old power lifter that was morbidly obese several years ago came to us, and she wasn't looking necessarily to, have an 8-pack or, to run a marathon. She just wanted to be healthier, and she found her love with powerlifting. Stories like that. We have an older gentleman, Turner Britton, who is in his mid to late 60s, who just finished climbing Mount Kilimanjaro.
Awesome.
Isn't that amazing? And he's been working with one of our trainers out of our Windermere location. Her name is Shelly. And he and his partner they've got another big climb planned for later this summer. And they have been able to do that at their age because of the training work they're doing. And Turner always brags about, he smoked the 20-year-olds on the trailhead, which is just to see the smile and joy on his face when he talks about that accomplishment. That's the reward for us. That's what we want to see. No matter what our members set for themselves as a goal, when they succeed at that goal, that is it for us. We love that.
Right. And everybody has different goals as well, don't they?
Absolutely. And it's such a personal thing. And that's why, again, you associate, like most people associate big boxes with just crowds of people coming in. But we know that every person that steps in our door and joins our Onelife family has a specific goal in mind. And we want to keep that in mind while they're with us.
So, Amy, if somebody is looking for a gym, or a club, as you say, what kind of questions should they be asking? What really should they be looking for?
Well, there's always, the basics, like what are your hours? What's the cost of membership? Those kinds of things, those more technical things. I think more importantly, you want to ask for who are your trainers certified through? This is a big thing for me right now. I was actually just having a conversation over lunch with some of my trainers, talking about the trend that just because people work out, they assume that they can tell other people how to work out. So always ask who's certified and what organization they're certified through, especially if they're going to be giving you advice about your body and your health. Also, to ask about cleanliness. That's another big thing. It's very important to make sure that your club is clean. So when you go into a club, take a tour, take a walk through, and kind of look around. Make sure there's not hairballs sitting around. Make sure there's cleaning solution readily available. And those are all things you'll see when you come into a Onelife club as well. But I'd say those are probably my top two.
Now, how long do people generally have a membership for?
We have had members be with us since the dawn of time, literally. I get messages all the time from our members, hey, I joined Vickery when you first opened. When I was working in our other clubs, it would be 10, 15 years. So once we have them in the door, it's that extra effort towards making sure that they are having a great experience, the ultimate fitness experience, if you will, every time they walk in our door, that keeps them with us. And that's huge.
Definitely. And for those that, don't stay as long, maybe just try it out for a month or two, what are some of the things that you do to try and get them to, develop that habit? How long does it take to develop that habit of going to the gym and working out? Because ultimately you've built this beautiful place for them to go and they're paying for it. But if they don't use it, they're not going to get the benefits and they're not going to see those results in their life. What do you do that can really help them engage and, stick with it until they get those results?
Right. Well, and we too, so many answers to this question. We do offer complimentary follow-up sessions. So just like that first Smart Start session, we email, we call our members to see how they're doing. We set them up with complimentary follow-up sessions. So if they want to go through that body comp analysis and see physically how they've progressed, we do that as well. I think the motivation for people to make it a lifestyle choice and not just a thing that they're doing to get to a certain goal is that education, it's that motivation, it's the newness and being able to kind of mix up your workouts inside of our facilities. And it's a little bit different for everybody. Some people are happy coming in 2 or 3 times a week. Some people are happy coming in every day. One of our members down at our Noonan location, Lance, I just met him a few weeks ago. Great story. He bought himself an Apple Watch on December 7th, and he has not missed a single day at Onelife Fitness since then, and he has lost 70 pounds.
Oh, great.
And we had a conversation. It's a fantastic story. We had a conversation. I was like, man, you're not taking any rest days. Because as a trainer at heart, I'm like, whoa, you're going to overtrain yourself. Calm down. And he was like, I'm just one of those people. It's all or nothing. If I take a rest day, I'm going to take a rest week. And then I'm going to fall out of that habit. So he's like, I don't come in and go hard 110% every day. He's like, some days I'll lift, and some days I'll take an aqua class, and some days I'll take yoga. Some days I'll come in and I'll just use the hydro massage bed and stretch. So that, I think, really rang true to me. But as far as for your question, what gets you into that habit, it has to be motivated by, we call them a hot button issue. What really resonates with you? Are you doing it to keep up with your grandson? Are you doing it for a specific event date? Are you doing it because you don't want to take blood pressure medication at 42? And that is really where we drive home that experience. We want to know what everybody's hot button issue so that we can provide the solution and a lifestyle change for you.
That's right. I mean, it's all about the why, why we do the things
exactly.
that we need to do.
Simon Sinek would be proud, right?
Yes. So on your website, I see, I'm not sure if you have it in the Crabapple location where you are, but the movies. Talk to me about movies integrate with fitness.
We have that in every location, our Onelife Cinema. And this is literally a large screen, like a movie. And instead of seats and popcorn, we have cardiovascular equipment. I personally really struggle with cardiovascular workouts. I get bored very easily, so this is a perfect environment for me. We play blockbuster hits that are newly released on this big movie theater environment while you walk on the treadmill or do your elliptical. So it's great just to have that distraction sometimes. You have to make fitness enjoyable. If it's a chore, if it's something you dread doing, you're not going to do it. So that is just another one of those awesome amenities that we have for folks, just to try to encourage them.
Well, I know a lot of teenagers that might like that, instead of sitting on the couch or lying in the bed watching their TV, they can actually get to a treadmill and do something productive while they're watching all these movies.
Yeah, and a lot of our long distance runners, we actually, down here in Atlanta, we have like the Peachtree. We've got a lot of races that happen. So our long distance runners love that. If the weather's not nice outside, they can come in and do, their 12, 13-mile run and not be bored out of their mind.
Wow, that's a great idea. Now, is that something that really caught on? Is it really popular?
Every time I go in there, it's pretty popular. So.
And
I think it depends on the movie that's playing too. You can see different demographics flock to different movies.
Yeah, and you have scheduled movie times just like a cinema?
Yeah, so the time, it runs throughout the day. So it's continuously playing throughout the day. So you can come anytime and step in and watch the movie. And then you can actually check the movie schedule online. If you go to your location that you're headed to on onelifefitness.com, all of our cinema schedules are posted as well.
Wow, that is amazing. I would definitely have to check that out sometime.
Absolutely. We'd love to have you.
Well, Amy, thanks for giving us all this information. Onelife Fitness certainly seems like a place to go to, hang out, but more than hang out, get that physical activity as well that everybody needs to keep away all those health problems. We've got to keep moving. If there's something that we haven't really talked about today that you'd like to include, what would that be?
I think just take any stereotypes or any pre-decided notions about what a gym or fitness facility is. If you haven't been into a Onelife, please stop by today. We would love to show you how we're different. And we'd love to take care of you and help you reach any goal that you might have. And you can actually, anyone that's listening, if they want to come by one of our locations and mention Neil Howe in this interview, we will happily give you a workout on us.
Oh, wow. Excellent. So what is the best way for them to get in touch with you or find out the locations? How do they contact you?
We are on, of course, our website, onelifefitness.com, and you can search on the locations tab. If you're here in Georgia, you can click Georgia. We also have locations in Virginia, Maryland, DC, and Missouri. So you are welcome to check out any of those. And then we're also on social media, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Onelife Fit.
Excellent. Well, Amy Tully, she's the marketing director for Onelife Fitness. Really enjoyed the interview today. Thank you very much for being my guest on Expert Profiles Atlanta. Thanks so much, Neil. I had a great time. And to our listening audience, if you like what you hear, hit that like button and share. We'll see you next time on the show.
Thank you for listening to Expert Profiles Atlanta with Neil Howe. To learn more about the resources in the show or to listen to past episodes, visit expertprofilesatlanta.com.